Hey there, YouTube. It has been a couple weeks since I made a video, so I decided tonight that it would be a good night to make one. So my battery, I was an idiot today and left my key on, and the thing about it is I put these speakers and amp on, and man, if you leave this key on for more than 10 minutes, it just kills the battery. Which I had left it on for like an hour. I didn't realize it. And so I jumped it enough to get home, but I didn't put it in the garage, and my buddy was with me. He had a jumper box, and we ended up having to jump it again, so I've let it run. But he did the same thing. He has the same speaker system as me, and as we were jumping it, he had turned his on, and we were doing something else for probably just about 5 or 6 minutes, and it killed his battery. So definitely don't want to leave the key on with the speaker system, at least running directly to your battery. So I figured my other buddy, he actually went on the test rides with me, Eric. He has the Road King when we went to the Victory event. On the way home from that Victory event, he had a little tire issue. A wheel bearing went bad. So he's actually been without his bike since that day. He finally just got it back this week, I think Wednesday. And he was still completing, he had added that fairing, and he was adding the speakers and stuff to it this weekend. So we're gonna ride out to his house, at least get our batteries charged up, and he doesn't live too far away. So he was putting the speakers back in there anyway and getting his radio all in, and he had texted me on Friday and asked me where my videos had been. So I told him I didn't want to. When you first start motovlogging, you feel like you just have to like put video after video out there. You just like, and then I had read or listened to a lot of guys say, look, you don't have to. You don't feel like you have to put out a video, like 2 or 3 videos a week or anything like that. Just do what you feel good, make sure that, the content's good. And so I haven't put a video out since we did our trip down to Portsmouth, which honestly, I've only ridden like once since then, and I don't know, life kind of gets in the way sometimes, and then there's been a few times, maybe I've rode 2 or 3 times, I can't remember. But I know the past couple times I've ridden, I haven't wore the full face. I've either went no helmet or just the skull cap. So this is the first time since that Portsmouth ride that I've worn my full face. And the only reason I'm wearing the full face today is just so I can make a video, because here in Ohio, it's been pretty warm. I mean, it's been pretty warm nationwide, I think, but man, we've been hitting, the temperatures haven't been hateful. I mean, yesterday I think we hit 92, today we hit like 84, but man, it's just been humid. But right now it feels pretty good, especially on the bike anyway. But so yeah, sometimes it's not fun to ride when you're getting into the upper 90s and humidity, especially if you're wearing gear. I'm really not wearing gear today except for my helmet. I mean, I'm wearing pants, but so yeah, just going on a nice little cruise. Really, I think one of the things I struggle with, some people have topics, other people just ramble. I'm a rambler for the most part, but I can only ramble so much, and I don't like to make topics about like what's going on in the world, or it's depressing enough when you start watching the news. So I don't really want to make a video talking about it either. Like, it's like talk about something else. I did get out and golf a couple times this week, which well, once this week, and it was nice. A couple of years ago, golf took precedent over everything. One of the reasons I never rode, because any free moment I had, I was on the golf course. And for one, it gets kind of expensive when you do that, and for two, I never got any better. So I think it made my blood pressure worse by just constantly golfing. For people that really know me, I'm really a competitive person, and I have no reason to be. I've never been fantastic at anything, really. I was a decent athlete in high school, but I can pick up on certain things athletically, but I've never been great. I do things just to say that I can do them, but yeah, but for some reason in my mind I expect, like, every time I go out I'm gonna be the next Tiger Woods, and I am far from it. But I do enjoy getting out every once in a while. But over the past few years, I've enjoyed getting out on my motorcycle much more. Especially that I have more people to ride with. I mean, I've always had my dad to ride with, but now that I have other friends, you know, my buddy Josh, he's actually riding with me today, and then I got my buddy Eric, and then I have another friend, Jeff, which all of them went to the victory event except for my dad, which I felt bad. I didn't invite him, because normally when I invite him things on weekdays, he says he can't get off work, so I didn't really think much of it. And then when I told him where I was at, he said thanks for the invite, kind of, you know, I think he got a little upset about it. But I told him for the next one, he'll definitely go with me, that maybe we'll make it the Saturday event. But when you do those kind of events, I like going on Fridays. I mean, it was pretty busy that day, but Saturdays are definitely always going to be more busy. It's the golf course I played at the other day. The thing about that is, if any of you guys have ever golfed or whatever, like, that course right there used to be a beautiful course. I love the layout of it. It's a Chichi Rodriguez designed course. Unfortunately, when they built that, they built it in the wrong area, and it's just never been a money maker for anybody, and they've really let it go downhill. I honestly didn't think it was open this year, and when we went to golf there the other day, it was finally mowed. They hadn't mowed at all, which on a golf course is it's kind of key. You want to keep it mowed and everything. So it was a lot of dead grass because they're not chemically treating it, but like I said, I'm not the world's best golfer, so I can't expect to play in the world's best conditions. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. We're almost to my buddy's house, and we'll talk at you later, YouTube.